Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Monday, November the 6th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. This is a email address you can use if you have any questions for me. This is a link to get into our free room. This is a link for a subscription, and I open the room at around 9 o'clock Eastern Time. This is of course now Standard Time. 9 o'clock Eastern Time, that's when I start to share my screen. I get live on the mic at about 9:05. I go to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and 3 o'clock on Friday. So we're almost at the end of the test drive. The majority of people have finished the test drive. The majority of people had Monday to Friday last week to try us out. We still have people who are part of the test drive today, Tuesday, and it will be completely over on Wednesday. So for that reason, I'm still showing all the Holly alerts. And let's see what happened today. I forgot to do a chart. Just give me 1 second, please. Bit of a, I shouldn't say a quiet day, but you know, we have I'm Canadian, but big election midterms in the States tomorrow, so I'm sure most people are wondering what is going to happen. So anyway, this one is, this was my big miss of the day. Too bad, because it was only because of the uptick rule, but WBT is an earnings play, and I don't know too much about this company. No pre-market action whatsoever. Excuse me. But look at this. On a 15-minute chart, only, well, there are a minor green candle there, just 2 green candles all day long, just drifting down, down, down. I tried to short this right around here, and because of the uptick rule, this was down probably, I don't know, 20% at that point. I just couldn't get the fill I wanted, and I just did not want to chase it. Now, you know, in retrospect, I could have chased it here, but you know, it's just not what I do. But anyway, there were people in the room that were able to get WBT, and I called it out, and as an earnings play. And by the way, earnings, we are going to have a huge week for earnings. Last week we had about 1,000 companies release earnings, and this week we have about 1,600. So we will have an active balance of the week. Not as many, of course, release earnings Monday morning, but it'll really start to pick up Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So what did I do? Well, I only took 2 trades, and so far anyway, and both of them from Holly. And this, let's see, where was the alert for this one? Oops, I don't have the symbol linking. Just 1 second. Okay, so let me click on. So why are you not showing up? Maybe it's down here. Well, anyway, there was the, I should have a, maybe it's down here somewhere, I can't see it. But there's the alert price, 1782. And it took a little while. I didn't actually get into this one until it took out the 18. And even then, it moved back down a couple of times. I got into this one right around here at 18.0, well, it's about 18.03 that I actually got in. So right about here, little less than that. And it got all the way up to 1870. Now, I was not in. I'd love to say I got out right at that point. But got out this around, actually I had to take some out at 1810. That's right, 1810, because it was getting a little whippy. And it actually broke down below 18. I was wondering if I was going to get stopped out. I sold, though. I was able to sell some at 1830 and up here around 1850. So, you know, it wasn't a bad trade from Holly. Nothing fantastic, but definitely not a bad trade. This was a little bit better in terms of percent. And let me see if we get the blue arrow here. There we go. So there was the alert, 573. There's the candle. There's where the alert happened. I didn't get it at 573. I actually waited a bit. You know, look how it popped up and came right back down to 573. I waited a bit, wanted to see how it was setting up. This was an earnings play from last week, so you have to take a look at the daily chart and you see what was happening with this. So this was an earnings play. got hammered down on earnings. And so when I saw this, I thought, okay, well, obviously it has room. There's a 200-day moving average right up there. So that's far enough away. So I basically took this trade. Now, a lot of times I will wait for that 6 break, or the break of the whole number. But in this particular case, I decided to take the trade a little bit earlier. And I got in at 578, right about here. And man, we really thought maybe it's going to keep going once it got over 6. Not quite. I ended up basically getting out on average about 595. It popped over 6, and then as it came back down, so my average was, I sold a little bit earlier and a little bit later, but my average was about 595. So right about here. So on a percentage basis, it turned out to be a very nice trade. The trade that really was sensational from Holly, but it was just out of my price range. And you might say, well, why don't I take this one anyway? I've sort of made a commitment to myself, because we get so many alerts from Holly, that I'm sort of zeroing in on the ones under $30. And this one happened to be just a little bit outside where I was wanting to take. But look at that, 38.33, and it hit a high of 40.88. So now it was, you could not have held all the way up there because of this action here. But definitely a nice trade. Now you'd be out. The solars were hot. I think there's some news out of China. And so the solars were hot today, and also natural gas was hot. Some reports that we're going to have a cold winter. So, that's what really put a spike into the natural gas stocks and the solar stocks, because it's something to do with China. So anyway, that is about it. I'm kind of watching this INVH right now. INVH, it's an earnings play. It's starting to pull up a little bit. I like these topping tails. The buyers have been trying, but the sellers have been knocking it down a little bit. We'll see what happens here. I sort of have an alert in the 60s. I think if it gets into the 60s, I'll probably take the short. You take a look at it on the daily chart. You probably see why. There's really nothing. There's no support for it. So I'm just waiting to see if it can get into the 60s, and it is an earnings play. All right, everybody. I want to get back into the room. So close that down. And any questions for me, you can use this email address. Oh, I just want to say one other thing about Brokerage Plus. I had a lot of comments about it over the weekend. I think people are misunderstanding something. So please listen very closely. Brokerage Plus is right now a part of our premium package, all right, our premium service. So if you have our premium service, and even if you're not using Brokerage Plus, even if you don't know what it is, it's part of your package, okay? Brokerage Plus, so as long as you maintain your premium service, it'll be grandfathered in for life. And if you don't have our premium service right now, and you're thinking, well, I'd like to have access to Brokerage Plus, well, then now's the time to do it, because after November 15th, it will no longer be part of the premium service. So again, if you have our premium service right now, as long as you maintain your subscription, then you'll always have Brokerage Plus. You don't have to worry about anything. And even if you don't have our premium service now, but you get it before November 15th, you will have Brokerage Plus for life, as long as you maintain your subscription. So I hope that is clear. And what is Brokerage Plus? One of the links I think I have here is for Brokerage Plus. You'll see what it's all about. It's a way of managing your trades, sort of semi-auto. If you have an alert window that you've built and you've back tested and you're convinced that it works well, and you don't mind auto trading from it, you can do it. You will need an Interactive Brokers account and all. But anyway, I hope that clears it up. So no problems if you have our premium service now. Don't worry about it. It'll be always part of your package as long as you maintain your subscription. All right, everybody. So I'll open the room tomorrow around 9 o'clock Eastern Time and get live on the mic at 9:05. So I hope everybody has a great evening, and we'll see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.